What's going on, everybody? It's Max and Trev with BuzzTox. We're back with a reaction of the episode. Just before we get started, though, I just want to clarify this is our reaction video, okay? You're going to be getting an in-depth analysis of the episode in the next couple of days, where we go in-depth on what actually happened. We have a structure. We know what we're going to talk about. This is just us rambling on because we literally saw it 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago.
What's up, Trev?
I'm like... I don't know. I have mixed feelings on this episode. It was awesome, but I feel like it was so high on the last episode, and then this one kind of just like filled in the vacuum of it.
Yeah, I was going to say this episode, like, it was a lot slower, which is really funny because I thought that the third episode would be like shit would go down, but it ended up being the second episode.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like, this is like the final, like I can't even talk.
I know.
I'm like overwhelmed. It's like, whatever. Yeah, it was a good episode. Okay, so let's start with Jon Snow. So Jon Snow was pretty crazy. He got quite a haircut.
Like, yeah, he got a little off the top there.
I know, Melisandre
more than a little off the top, maybe.
Cut it all off. But he's like, so he's coming to terms with being back alive. I remember before I was like, he's not going to change. Which he really didn't. Like, he's still Jon Snow, but obviously the fact that he experienced death changes the way he sees the world.
Is there something about like 6 seasons of shows? So I feel like this is a little bit off the beaten path here. I feel like every 6th season of every show, everyone changes their haircut. Like in sitcoms and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Walter White? No?
No,
I guess he never had any hair.
No.
Anyways, but yeah, so Jon, did he seem the same to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like same old Jon. And then I love the joke he had with Dolores Ed where he's like, are you really Jon? Like, you're actually funny.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that Jon, he's still intact, but the reason that he's changed is because he's experienced nothing. He's experienced the other side.
I think that was a major point.
And that's a big thing, because even in the third season, Beric Dondarrion told Melisandre, he's like, she actually said, like, what is on the other side? And he's like, nothing. And then, Jon, kind of confirmed that. And then, what's that? Were you going to say something?
Well, no, I think that's an important part of the whole reason that he's coming back is to let people know there's nothing.
I know, exactly.
On the other side, so it's worth fighting for to live.
It affects the way, like, he's at a point now where he doesn't want to die anymore, and he wants to just fucking, like, he's done with the Night's Watch. So we see him pretty much drop the mic. He's like, I didn't catch this at all. Like, I thought he would kill Alister and the guys who betrayed him because it is treason, but I thought he would spare Olly. But hey. He doesn't discriminate.
We're jumping right to the end, but yeah.
Well, we're only focused on... This is a reaction video.
Yeah, that's true. We can jump all over, I guess. So, yeah. I thought for sure Olly was making out of there. Maybe, like, still captured or, like, kind of on, like, parole in a way. I knew Ed... I called Ed being the next Lord and Commander. I knew that.
Yeah.
But it's like... I just thought for sure Olly would make it out, but he fucking cut that rope, man.
Yeah, and then, I was wondering if he would do it, and then, if it was, like, everyone loved Eddard Stark. If Ed was in that situation, he would have killed all of them. Like, it's, like, the honorable thing, in a sense, to do, even though he killed a kid. The kid, I don't know, it just felt right. And then he's like...
That's a weird way to say it.
I don't know, it just felt like, that's what would have happened.
It felt just.
It fit the character based on what he experienced.
He looked like he didn't want to do it, but he had to.
Yeah, and
as
I don't
the leader at that point.
Yeah, and I don't want people to be like pissed, like, Jon, why'd Jon kill a little boy? Jon is fucking pissed. Like, he's pissed, okay? He got murdered by Olly and all of them, and then just the realization of how final that was. Like, they killed him into oblivion.
Yeah.
And he realized, like, fuck, like, my life is so short, and these pricks wanted to end my experience of life.
Yeah, exactly.
Early. And he's like, fuck you, and he's like, I'm out. Dropped the mic, walked out of Castle Black. Nobody stopped him, and I liked how he called that himself. I like how he said, he wasn't like, oh, because I died, therefore I can leave my post. Because of therefore. Jon's like, fuck this, I'm done, and he left.
He didn't even say where he was going. Like, it wasn't even clear, like, he's not going any one particular place right now. He probably doesn't even know where he's going. He's just literally...
He's like, I need a break!
Fuck, man. Like, he just walked it. He walked out. Both the wildlings and the other Night's Watchmen just literally watched him walk out.
Yeah. And then...
he's probably just gathering his shit and leaving.
Yeah, so now moving on. Let's talk about Arya really quick. So Arya, it was like a quick training montage.
Well, see, so I half called this, I would say. I knew she would just be training, like it would be a full-on training montage, but I didn't think she would pass this episode. Like, she won her prize of vision back.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see that coming this episode, but...
No, it all happened so fast. I wasn't expecting it to be that quick. But, you know, you see her, like, she's getting her ass kicked, and then she starts blocking the shots. And then she starts getting, like, better and better. And then I liked when she said, like, what's your list? And then she starts listing her list, and then he's like, what other name do you want me to kill or whatever? So I think you're going to see her get an assignment. It's the 3rd episode. So, yeah, 4th episode. I think you're going to see her get a killing assignment.
I swear Jakin was smiling, like, ear to ear at one point. I couldn't see it because he's kind of, like, in the back of the frame on focus, but it looks like he was just, like...
Yeah, we were laughing. He was like, I love how you totally, like, Trevor just did an impression of what Jacket did, even though we're total audio.
Yeah.
But he was, like, grinning in the back. We thought that was pretty funny. But, another, like, a lot of, like, it is a slower episode, but a lot of shit happened.
No, it was good. It was like a talking episode, definitely.
Yeah, we were right with the gift. It was Osha and Rickon.
And unfortunately, Shaggy Dog's head.
They're fucked. So, yeah, they dropped off Shaggy Dog's head. And I loved it, like, he's like, your dad was a cunt.
Yeah, that guy was actually pretty badass, because he's like, yeah, like, you're my only choice at this point, because I'm going to die either way.
Yeah, so he's like, that was a cunt, fuck you. Here's the King of the North, or the heir, whatever, Prince of Winterfell. So now Ramsay has him, so then, when do you think they die? It's inevitable. It's literally, Ramsay has him, he's going to kill them.
Not right away.
No, because...
He likes to toy, he likes to torture, so you're going to get something out of him, right? And it might be like, I don't know, man. It's really throwing me off because Jon's intentions weren't made clear in this one.
See, I see Ramsay giving Jon intentions. But, like, the thing with Ramsay is, like, I feel like I'm giving him too much credit. But, like, he's known as being reckless. Like, he took Theon, the heir to the Iron Islands, and skinned him alive.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why, like, him killing Rickon now wouldn't surprise me. But I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like he would actually use him as a negotiation piece, even though that's somewhat out of his character.
Yeah. But he's literally burning bridges everywhere he goes. He just killed his dad, so it's like, it's hard to trust him. So
Literally,
Well, who knows, man? It's I don't know, man. It's so hard. It's so hard with him, because he's just so evil.
Do you hate, this is an ongoing, do you hate Joffrey more or Ramsay?
They're both pretty much the same.
Really?
There's
everyone,
no gray in either of them.
I hear a lot of people saying, like, I hate Ramsay more. I hate Joffrey 100 times more than Ramsay.
Why, though?
Because Joffrey's a whiny prick. That's literally the difference that sways me to like Ramsay more than Joffrey. But, anyways.
But he was like a kid, though.
Still.
I know, he was a pretentious little punk, but it's like, I don't know. It's different circumstances. He worked for his shit, so.
You gotta teach him a lesson.
Yeah. Give
Ollie a noose. Give Joffrey some poison.
Yeah, this is weird. But
give Shireen a torch. Anyways.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Tyrion. Tyrion is more of a conversation.
Yeah, literally, that was the whole theme. I think Varys' scene was my favorite part.
Varys' scene was really good.
Because he was just showing how dope he is.
Yeah,
he just knows how everything works.
Yeah,
he knows he knows all the pieces, and he's like the master mechanic of everything.
Yeah, he's like, I know your son. Like, what was his name?
I don't even know. Like,
it's like, you threatened my son. He's like, no, but I'd kill you, and your son would be alone. Like, It's like, okay, yeah. No, it's a good negotiation tactic. But so that strategy was pretty much just to get her out of the way.
No, to get a name.
Oh, true.
To get who's funding the Harpies, basically.
True. And then, well, do you think there'll be a definitive Harpy at the end of this?
Yeah, so it's being funded by Volantis, they said, right? The whatever Masters of Volantis, I think they said.
Yeah.
Forgive me if I'm wrong on that, but it's somewhere important. And she said something about the language.
Yeah.
Right? So, man, there's so many things I feel like are opening up again now.
Yeah, everything is opening up. That's what happens with a slow episode. But everyone thought that Varys was going to be the Harpy. To me, it didn't make any sense because I know, people thought that. And he's a huge Targaryen supporter. He would never fund the Harpies and put them in that kind of a situation. It's obvious now and before that Varys is not the Harpy.
How would even anyone come to that conclusion?
Because people think he's the Spider. He's the King of Whispers.
I would say Littlefinger is more likely to be funding the Harpies than Varys, and that's still a stupid theory. Weird.
Yeah, true. Well, Littlefinger wouldn't even have anything to do with it.
But that's like it makes more sense in my mind for him to be fucking around than Varys.
That's true. And then just really quick, you see Tyrion trying to talk to Grey Worm and Missandei, and they're just like boring as hell.
They're just being like like they're servants, so it's
Yeah.
like they don't know how to act really.
Yeah, pretty much.
When
Pretty
he's
much.
kind of like trying to break the ice as hard as he fucking can and not getting through to them at all.
Who else? We didn't even talk about the Tower of Joy.
I know. That's well.
Okay, here's the thing. So
I was hoping for more.
Yeah, I thought
It was pretty dope, but I was hoping for more.
to me, I don't understand why would you cut the reveal in half. To me, it kind of breaks the impact.
No, man, because people have to figure it out on their own. Like, everybody has been pushing this theory, and we know we're right. Everybody that's subscribed to this theory knows. But for the people that don't know, it needs to kind of be, like, drummed up. It's not just, here it is! You knew it, right?
Then you get a kick-ass fight
Oh, it was awesome.
between Arthur Dayne and Ned Stark, and then Helen Reed comes in and finishes him off, which was awesome. And then you see Ned go up the stairs. Bran calls at him and he looks around. That was a definite what the fuck moment.
Yeah.
So does Bran have more ability than we could have even imagined? Because this is like Inception shit.
Or is the Raven not telling him what's going on? There's more to it.
Well, the Raven obviously didn't want him to see that extra part of Lyanna Stark in the bed and shit. That's for another day.
But what are his intentions, man? His intentions aren't clear, and it's making me, like, almost kind of, like, doubt his intentions.
Oh, it's true.
That's good.
Yeah, we don't know if he has good intentions. And then he even said, you are not here to replace me.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy about it, is that it was expected that he was kind of this replacement for this old man. And he'd kind of, but like we've had 2 hints now in episode 1 and in this episode that he's going to be leaving the tree.
Yeah.
And then he made it sound like leaving the tree was actually going to be his destiny. Like he's not going to die in the tree.
And his word, I would say, is the best because he knows everything. But at the same time, I feel like he's hiding shit from Bran, which doesn't make sense because he's trying to teach him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't get these lessons unless it's like the Giver style where it has to be in such a way that he learns the lesson full through, not just embellish everything and like maybe emotionally see it a different way.
But then it's almost like, it seemed to me like he had some crazy power that just like it's like he's an energy, and he was like, Bran was actually there at Tower of Joy watching his dad fight and watching his dad react to his son's voice.
Well, Raven was quick.
It blew my mind.
He was quickly to dissuade that, but there is something to it.
He was to dissuade it, but I feel like, you could dissuade it to kind of get him off of it.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, he could have heard the wind.
No, he totally was calling out though, and Bran was sure. He's like, no, he responded to me.
Yeah,
which is crazy. So it's like he could.
You wouldn't stop and like full on shiver spine turn around.
No, he can manipulate the gods, and then it's like you get this really cool idea of like Ned Stark when in the first episode when he's shining his sword and he's praying to the gods. What if he's just talking to Bran?
Yeah, that could be.
Just the deep stuff. He's just talking to his son. And Bran's there just with his dad, and they're having a conversation.
Yeah.
That's like, it's crazy. So after that, I feel like I'm going to cry. That's some deep shit.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we missed?
Or maybe he can't interpret it that way. Like, it just comes out differently than what we think.
I don't know. But Bran seems like his abilities are definitely getting bigger. Dany, Dany to me is just like, okay.
Well, she's in her...
You're another damsel in distress.
She's in her quicksand moment where she can't see out right now.
Yeah, but we're going to definitely talk about this more in depth. But she, the lady in Koth, if I'm saying that right, remember when Jorah talks to this lady who has total red blanket over her face? She told Dany that you have to move back to move forward.
Yeah.
So, right, you have to go west to go east.
She was the chick with the mask that had all the jewels on it.
Yeah, so it's the idea that, for Dany to go forward, she needs to go back, which is back to her Dothraki. And then that will enable her to move forward.
Could that be the chick that we see in Meereen?
Could that be the chick?
Without the mask?
What girl are you talking about?
The girl that we've seen in the previews, the other Red Priestess. Is that possible?
It could be. I'd be surprised if they went that far with it, but hey, it's possible. And then how would you even explain it? But Jorah did know that lady.
Yeah.
This is all the way back in season 2.
Yeah, this is digging deep.
Yeah, but Jorah knew who it was, or was familiar, or she knew him.
It's late. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy. So obviously she's gonna go back to move forward. And then Jon, who knows what the hell he's doing. Is there any other characters?
They didn't touch on Sansa at all, but we saw her in the next time on.
No Sansa. I'm pretty sure, like, Arya, we're going to be getting her every single episode. It's just, like, she's getting little snippets of progression. I think next episode, oh my, you'll see her maybe get a mission.
Well, she got her sight back. We didn't say that out loud. She got her sight back.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's another big thing. She got her sight back.
Yeah.
Wait, I think we did say that.
I said she got the prize, but if no one has seen it and they're watching this first or something like that, she got her sight back, and that's the major part.
Yeah, and then one last thing. Let's end with our best point. We saw Sam Tarly.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking we were going to see Sam, but he's on a boat.
Yeah, so I really like seeing Sam. He's one of my favorite characters. The reason why, like, is because he's with Jon. Like, I found that, like, Ygritte and Sam and, like, Arya and Jon, like, they all ended up being, like, my favorite characters. But, yeah, so I liked how...
so I don't know the name of the town he's going to, but he's going home. He's
going home, and he's
home.
taking Gilly there, yeah. But then, you know, she's like... I like how she said, like, Sam is the dad of little Sam, and, like, I don't know, it's just a nice scene.
Even though he's puking the whole time.
Yeah. And then that's another thing, the humor. The humor was pretty funny episode 2. Oh, one last thing, actually. Jaime and Cersei. This is off the cuff.
Oh, yeah.
Totally forgot about them. Cersei's back to being Cersei.
Fucking and Tommen. We're tired tonight, guys, if you can't tell.
It's a reaction video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I like how they go to the King's Council or whatever, and they're just like, screw you, like, we're leaving, and then they leave, and... Yeah, and then Tommen totally gets swayed. I love this. Tommen walks in all pissed off, and then the Septon pretty much talks to him. He's like, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
He's almost like on his side now.
Yeah. But overall, it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
It was slower, but hey, I like slower episodes. Establish.
We got to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, you got to establish.
This was a mortar episode, not a brick episode. Definitely.
No, I love this episode a lot. And like I initially had a problem with the first episode is because the Sand Snakes technically are still in King's Landing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like there was some shit in episode 1 that wasn't answered, but then everything in episode 2 and episode 3 were great because they can be explained, and like everything was really well done and well written. Love the episode. Any other thoughts?
No, that's it for me.
That's it for you. All right, guys, just want to let you know we're going to be back with a full-blown analysis video, our predictions for what's going to happen in the next episode. Everything you want to know about what we think of this episode is coming up in about like 2 days, I would say.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, check out our episode 3. Wait, we just watched episode 3. Check out our episode 2 video. I'm actually really proud of the video. I love the episode 2 full analysis.
Yeah.
I love that video. Check it out, please. I talked about the dragon. We talked about the dragons and how Dany treats them as dogs and Tyrion treats them as... you got it. That's a tease. You guys got to see it, all right? You guys got teased.
Let us know in the comments, too. Like, what's your favorite story thread here? Who's your favorite character? We want to know people's thoughts on this whole series.
Please comment. All right, guys. See you later.